guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Akira, and on today's video I'm going to show you guys how I sew my clothes together when I get holes in them. So usually I get holes in my clothes when I pull strings that are like loose strings that are hanging out that gets a hole, and then the usual holes I get is like in between my pants where my thighs are, because my thighs are always rubbing together. So I get holes there too. And as a college student, I don't have a lot of money to be buying new pants every time I get a hole in it. So that's what I'm gonna show you guys today. So before we do that, I want to show you guys the tools I have. So these are the yarns I have. I had many more yarns than this, but I used them all. But the safest colors I like to go with is a dark green and a brown and a gray. Those are safe colors. Going in with a pink when your pants are black is not safe because they're probably going to see the pink. What else? So when I do sew, I use a hook, not a straight one. I use a hook. I'm going to show you guys a straight one that I have. This is a thick one. So this is very thick. But usually they come very thin and they're straight like that. But I use a thin hook one to sew my clothes together. Now the clothes that I'm going to be sewing together. Alright guys, it's Akira from editing. So these clothes right here that I'm showing you, I'm not going to be showing them together because the footage of me sewing them is gone. I don't know where it is. So we're going to be switching it up, and we're going to be sewing a red pair of sweatpants that I have. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright you guys, one more thing before we get into the video. I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you head over to all my social medias. They will be down below and in the outro. I am more active over there than I am here. I only post weekly videos here, so if you want to see more of me, head over there to my social medias, you know, like on my pictures. Okay, let's get started. All right, you guys, we are at a different angle. So the color yarn I'm gonna go with today is pink because the pants are red, and I feel like the red will out bright the pink, so you won't be able to see it. For the two holes, I'm gonna pull a lot of string. We're not gonna sew the holes together. We're gonna do one at a time because they are on two different sides of the pants. And one of them we're gonna have to do outside the pants. So it's gonna have to be a little bit neater than the one we do on the inside. So you have your hook. So I like to use the one that is curved, but you can also use the one that is straight. They both do the same thing. They both work the same. So you want to get your yarn and you want to wet the tip. And you're going to wet the tip because it's easier to get it through the tiny hole right here. See that hole? You have to get that string through the hole. It may take a couple times. You just have to wiggle it in there, pull it out. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna make 3 loops around, creating a knot. You can always pause this video and come back when you have it through the hoop. And there we go, 3 knots. All right, you guys, now that you got it through the hoop and you've tied it up and we're back, so you want to go to the other end of the yarn with the string, and you want to make 4 knots, and you kind of want to stack the knots on top of each other. You don't have to go as fast as I'm going. Take your time, pause the video. 1 more knot. There we go. So you kind of want it to look like that, a thick knot at the end. Now to the pans. We're gonna work on the hole that is on the inside, which is this one right here first. So we bring the pans inside out. And here is the hole. Okay. So you want to put your hand inside so you can feel what you're doing. You may poke yourself, that's fine. It's not gonna hurt that bad. So what you want to do, make sure y'all can see. What you want to do is you want to start at the top and you want to come through. You want to get as close as possible. So you want to start from the left to the right, or if you're holding it like I am, you want to start up. You want to go like this. Pull it through until you can see the hole, until you can see that little knot that I had made. You pull it through until you can see the knots. So don't pull it all the way through, just enough where you can see the knot. So you want majority of the string pulled through on that first loop. And there it is. Make sure you keep it tight too. And what we're gonna do now, since we pulled it through so far, we're gonna create our first knot so it does not move. So you're gonna wrap it around 2 times, pull that through. You have to use some strength, because sometimes that fabric be thick. Like these pants right here, these pants are thick. So you're gonna have to really pull it through. Then you just keep on going in one way, out the other way, pull it through, in one way, out the other way. Make sure you don't cross, like you saw that string was crossed like that. You want to make sure you uncross it. In one way, out the other way. You want to go under the string that is already sitting right there. I know y'all guys can't really even see the string because it's pink and it blends in with the red very well, and that's what you want. You want the string to blend in with the clothes so it's not obvious on the outside that your pants have pink string on them. Then you just keep going in and out. That was a big loop, so I'm gonna take it back in. So if you go in one way and you come out too far, you can always take it back in and do it again. Nobody makes the rules but you. Okay. And you just want to keep going. Now as you get closer and closer to the end, you want to take that outside string and loop it around there and make knots, and then pull it through. Okay. So when you cut the string, there's no way it can undo itself because you've made knots. Come around again. Okay, and then always before you cut the string, check it. You see, this is why we check, because I have a whole patch right here that I didn't get yet. So you want to keep going. In and out, in and out. And I assume that this is the last one. So I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4 knots on the last one. Pull it tight and then check it before you cut it. You see we have like a little hole right here at the top and then a little thing at the bottom. So you want to do the bottom one first. Now remember, it does not have to be pretty. It is inside the pans. Nobody cares. Nobody can see it because it's inside the pans. And you just keep going through and you keep pulling it apart to see if you missed any holes. Now we missed a hole at the top. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna bring the string from the bottom to the top and it's gonna create a line across the things, pulling it together. But you don't wanna pull it together. You wanna keep it apart and you just wanna sew it. So don't pull it too tight, just tight enough, because you don't want the clothes to string together, or you don't want to pull them together, because we're not combining holes, we're trying to sew up one hole. Then you test it out and it's good. Then you go in and you cut your strings, leaving a little bit of room. Now the string you don't want to cut is the string that you put across. You don't want to cut that one because that connects the string from the bottom to the top hole. All right, and let me show you what it looks like on the outside. Pretty good. You will not be able to tell if you're not all in my business. And there it is. Now this other hole, I saw both of them. I saw both of them on the inside. That was cool. Okay. So you see the outside like this? I don't think I want to keep it like that. I think I want to close it all together like this. Like sandwich it up. So it's like this. So I have a little bit of string left and I think I can work with this much. So what you're gonna do, no, I think I need more string. Yeah, I think I need more. So let me add more string to here and then I'll be back. I'm also gonna be using the same color pink. All right, you guys, I'm back. I decided that I'm gonna show you guys how to thread the string again, very up close. So you want to take the string, wet it a little bit, and then you want to put it through the hole and out. Then you're going to make your 3 knots. One and a half. All right, you guys, so here's what we're working with. You're gonna kind of sandwich them together like this so it's clean. What you want to do is you don't want to go from the outside. You want to go from that little bitty piece on the inside like this. Ooh. Thick fabric, you gotta use some of that strength. And you want to pull majority of that string through and put that other string on that side. See, when you do stuff on the outside, you got to do stuff right. Then you want to get as close as possible. And pull it through. Put that on the outside. Just like that. And then keep going. And make sure you're sandwiching them together. And so we're gonna go in, out, pull it through. And then make sure that you're not going on the outside over here or on this side. Make sure you're going like in between both of them right here. And go slow because nobody is rushing you unless you got places to be. Then hurry up. And then sandwich them together. You want each stitch to be as clean as possible. Now, I'm not a professional. I was just taught this, so I'm teaching y'all. Right. So once y'all get very close to the end, you want to make your first knot. How you make knots? You go through and you take that outside string and you wrap it around twice on your first knot. You don't want to make the knot too thick on the first one because the first one is just security. To make sure. All right, we only have maybe about 4 more stitches left, and then you can rest. So for this one, we're going to wrap it around 1, 2, 3 times, and we're going to pull it through. And the only thing about the curve hook is that you have to guide the knots always. With the straight hook, you don't have to do that. It's just straight. You go straight down, straight in, straight out. Okay. We have one last regular one before we knot everything together. It's some thick fabric. Like, as I keep going up and up, it's getting harder and harder to actually put it in there. So this is the last one. We're gonna get up close and personal. So you're gonna go in, and then you're gonna wrap it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Push it through. Put it all the way through. And then pull it down. and it is secured. Now let's cut the strings, and then I'll show you what it looks like. When you cut the string, give it some give. So I say about here. Now the rest of them, don't cut it at the base. So give it a little bit of room to breathe. Okay. And this is what it looks like when I sewed it on the outside. Yeah, they look good. Look at that. And you can barely even see the pink. All right, that's it. All right, you guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. Also, make sure you stay tuned for next week's video because that is coming out very soon. And if you haven't seen last week's video, what are you doing? It's ready. You can go watch it. But make sure you guys head over to my social medias. I am very active over there. I know I post weekly over here, but if you want to see more of me, I am active on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. All right, that's it. Bye.